Hello. Welcome to What's the Buttons, episode 8.
We take the piss.
I've gone in a little bit quieter because you keep telling me off for being so loud at the start.
It's perfect.
Yeah, my name's Ash.
Oh,
And my co-host is...
forgot to shut the door. Reese. Reese, Lane doggy dog. Just let me shut this door. There we go.
Good boy.
Hope the sound's better now. Made no difference.
Yeah, so, welcome to the podcast that nobody listens to. So, yeah, we just run riot because no one's listening anyway. I'll just say how hot it is.
It's fucking horrible, isn't it? For some reason, it feels hotter than when it was like 40 degrees. Feels shit.
It's disgusting. I got sunburnt this week.
Yeah. He's pink. He's like a lobster.
I am very pink.
Steph was fuming. Sent her a picture of it. Go, look what this fucking idiot's done. And she was like, she weren't impressed at all. She went, no, that's ridiculous.
Sounds like my wife.
It's not good.
Me being a colourblind man, I'm not a sunbather. I'm like a vampire. I'd rather stay indoors, stay away from the sun. But I had some downtime, so I thought it'd be fun to
have a little sunbathe.
Yeah, I thought I'd have it out with the sun.
Yeah.
We go way back.
Yeah, get that West Ham tattoo out and fucking show it the sun.
Yeah, so sat on my chair, took my top off, rolled my shorts up, and had it out with it. And I woke up pink. Trouble is, me being a colourblind man, I can't tell that. So when I got in, and Jem was, shocked to see me. She screamed, which made me alarmed. I said, what? She was like, you're fucking burnt.
You're burnt.
I was like, am I? And as soon as she said that, no later than 5 seconds later, my body started hurting, tingling.
Yeah.
So it's all in your head, really, isn't it? Because I didn't know I was burnt until she told me.
I don't think it's all in your head. I text you and I said that's going to fucking hurt in the morning, and it was one of the first things you said to me. Yeah, it hurts.
It was a little bit sore, but I manned up, got on with it.
Yeah, no, it weren't a good one.
But yeah, I won't be doing it again. Although, to be fair, the Suns won the battle, but he won't win the war because I'll be back. I'll be back. I'm enjoying the tan. Although I have noticed in some videos Jem recorded of me the other day, I look very old now with a suntan. I think the tans don't do me no favours when it comes to my age.
No?
No, my crow's feet around my eyes, they stand out.
I think that they make me look better, I think. But I'm a very self-conscious man, so I only have the arms and the legs that get any sun. I'm pasty and white underneath.
He comes bowling out his house to the head. What's the Buttons HQ? Like a dog that's just got out of the lake, shaking his hair.
Yeah, I just got out of the bath. I'm in my own gaff though. I can walk around fucking freely here, but outside there's people, and it's just where you're sitting right now. I got changed once, and obviously if you look out that window, you can see directly into the neighbours, and yeah, they've seen my penis. But yeah, when I'm outside, it's just not. But the sun's, it's horrible. I'm sick and tired of it. And it is horrible. It's making everything seem a lot longer. This week has seemed extremely long.
Yeah, it's been a long week. I'll give you that. It's been a very long week.
It's definitely had an effect on the old gaming situations.
Yeah, sometimes the heat does this to people. You just can't be bothered. You're just like, you know what? I'm too hot, man.
Yeah.
Especially when you whack a headset on. This is supposed to have like cooling ear features. It's got like cooling gel. Yeah, on the box says it's got cooling gel in the pads.
Do your ears feel cool?
No, I was sweating.
Right.
So it's
failed at that one then.
But they probably weren't designed for Sahara desert temperatures.
No, not really.
So there you are.
It's just a lot. Even the PS5's sounding a bit. It's cool in the front room, but it's sounding a bit ropey in this heat.
Turn me off.
It's screaming a little bit, but we digress.
We do. We might need new PS5 soon. When are they going to bring out the Pro?
You want the Pro? There's nothing to Pro though.
No, I don't want the Pro. But if every console generation, at least one of them die, and then you get the Pro version. That's just how I operate.
I would want an 8K telly before I fuck around getting a PS5 Pro.
Yeah, well, I won't be doing that. Not while the little ones are still running around putting their fingers all over the TV screen.
That's the thing, though. If they were to bring out a Pro, it would be designed for something like 8K. Like, I know, obviously, it sort of is at the moment, but you know what I mean? If you're going to go any further, it is going into the realms of an 8K telly. I haven't got fucking $4 or $5 grand to spend on a TV, if I'm honest. Don't don't start messaging me going, you can pick them up for £1,000. They'll be wank, wouldn't they? If you can pick them up for that much, because I know you can. They'll be shit. So I'm talking about proper 8K.
Yeah, it's
not worth it.
It's a long way away for me.
Mm.
Unless you start sponsoring us.
I had a flick through on our hosting website. They have a sponsorship thing, and every now and then I'll have a little flick through, and it basically, anyone who's looking to sponsor a podcast, they list themselves on there, and you can read through and see if it fits your podcast. There's no point us sitting here talking about vegan sausage rolls. You know what I mean? It's not going to hit.
Have you ever had one?
Yeah, no, I'm not saying that I don't like them, but I'm saying it doesn't fit all right, there's no point us talking about fucking...
You're joking, aren't you?
Law representation. It's not going to fit the podcast,
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. The gaming podcast I listen to, they advertise underwear. So...
I might have to have a look then. I've been skipping them all. They've been popping up and I've been going, no, I'll leave them.
No, they do DoorDash, which is like, I guess, their equivalent of...
Uber Eats.
Yeah, Deliveroo. They do... I can't remember what it's called. Satin undies. This is like comfortable underwear.
Fucking hell, we might have to have a little flick through. So one of the 40 people that listens to this.
Yeah, you're gonna get an advert.
20 of them being our pals.
And we're gonna get 40p for it.
I went on the Facebook, one of the Facebook groups that I'm in for like 4 podcasters, and it's just a load of people that are there to help each other out. Blah 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 blah. And I searched monetization just to see what the sort of subjects were and what sort of money that people were making and blah, blah, blah. And there's people sitting there going, yeah, I get 1,000 downloads an episode and I make about £4 per advertisement. We're going to be stuck here forever.
Yeah, but to be fair, we're not doing it for the money. We're doing it because we enjoy it.
Yeah.
And if monetary value comes from this, then it's a win-win.
Yeah.
So we'll do it for fun until we don't feel like it's fun anymore, or we start making shitloads of cash and we have to do it.
Yeah, well, I think we were deciding that we might dive into the realms of I know Ash has done it before, of streaming.
Connor just waved at me on Discord.
Did he?
I'm going to wave back. I didn't. Here you go. Look. Wave.
Discord,
wave to him.
I don't think I've got Discord downloaded.
I've also waved at him. It's live on the podcast. Hello. Well done. Yeah, so we've just kind of set up a huge announcement. Diddle-ding, ding, ding.
See what you sent me?
Yeah? What did I send you?
Oh, Connor on Discord.
I'm so confused.
That's caught me off guard.
I don't understand.
I'll send you a picture of it because I can't be asked to turn the laptop. I'm sorry to anyone listening. You ain't going to be able to see this, but he's just sent me some bullshit on Discord.
Who did?
Connor.
Oh, right. Huge announcement. Diddle-a-ding, ding, ding, dong. We're going to be doing Twitch at some point soon. Don't know when. Maybe a 100th episode celebration.
In a couple months.
But yeah, we kind of semi-set it up. It's What's the Buttons pod. So yeah. Get yourself on there. Stick the noties on. So when we do go live, you'll see. Who knows what we'll be playing, what fun times we'll have. But at least you'll get to see our miserable faces. What a strange.
I just sent
human.
Ash a picture of what Connor says. Thanks for that, Connor.
It was humorous. I enjoyed it.
Just a little orangutan saying, "Uh oh, stinky." It just caught me off guard.
So yeah, we'll play some games. Who knows what and what time, but we'll let you know at some point.
I've never done streaming before, so it's completely new to me. Whereas Ash isn't. I wouldn't say veteran.
No, I've done a lot of streaming. Yeah,
you know what you're doing.
I used to. Only nothing professional. It used to just be through the PS4. I've never done it any other way. I've never connected it to no laptops or computers or anything. But maybe that'll be something we look at. Who knows?
Yeah.
But we'll see how we get on with this for now.
You can watch me mine some copper and tritanium and all various other things.
Yes, it's exactly what people are waiting for, queuing up for it.
If people watch Farming Simulator, they can watch me fucking mine some asteroids in space. You know what I mean?
This is
same
true.
sort of boring shit.
It's not boring though, is it? It's
no,
an
it's
addictive
not.
loop of collecting resources and spending resources and then collecting more resources. I was just about to sip my coffee, but then I realised you were sipping your coffee and we couldn't both sip our coffees together.
We might need bigger mugs. I like these mugs though. Yeah.
So, yeah, right. Well, I'll start off with. So I asked for a review code for Cult of the Lamb. I kind of threw it in late into the week, or maybe Tuesday actually, with the game coming out on Thursday. I did get a response, which I was very, very pleased about, to be honest with you. But obviously it was too late. Obviously the game came out 2 days later, so it probably was a bit too late to be asking for review codes. But they never said no. They just said we're not sending them out this late.
Yeah.
So that was encouraging. So hopefully we might be able to do some game reviews on here in the future. Probably smaller titles, which is fine. You got to start somewhere, and I'm all for the little indies myself.
Yeah.
But I might try and get a review on here for Cult of the Lamb next week. Although I did play it yesterday, so my early impressions are interesting.
What is it?
There lies the $1 million question.
I don't understand, because you sent me a picture of me eating poo.
Yeah. Well,
I don't get it.
It's a tough one. So it's a multi-layered game, if you will.
Right.
A sadistic Animal Crossing.
Right.
Is one layer of it.
Brilliant.
So you build your houses, your settlements, but you know, your little pathways, your bushes, your whatever else. But instead of instead of planting a tree in Animal Crossing,
Yeah.
in Cult of the Lamb,
Yeah.
you'll dig a hole to put dead bodies in. He's quite sadistic.
Right.
So you're what I got to get my head round is that when I'm recruiting these little followers, they're not my friends.
Right.
They are my cattle.
They're workers.
So obviously I started off naming them. So
Right.
I put Leng Doggy Dog in.
Yeah, I was the first one.
Yeah.
Me, number one.
Yeah, Leng Dog. And I named a couple more after my pals.
Yeah.
And not long into the game, still doing the tutorial thing, still learning. It's coming up. Try doing this. The next thing that popped up was sacrifice one of your followers. I was like,
Am I still alive?
you live.
I live. That's a
You live
spoiler.
because you was the first.
Thank you.
So you live.
I've made it.
And obviously, due to podcast reasons, I want to see what you're up to. It'll be quite humorous. Because they have got their own little things.
I'm already eating shit.
They go off and do their own thing.
Yeah.
So yeah, I've sacrificed some people. They have their own opinions of other members of the cult.
Right.
They don't like each other. Some of them are like, go feed him shit.
Yeah. Is that why I was eating poo?
No, you was eating poo because... Well, no, you didn't eat poo.
I thought I did.
No, I gave you a necklace and you shit on the floor. That's what happened.
It's so random.
And then I picked up your poo, and now it's a resource I can either use for fertiliser or I can make someone eat it.
Right.
So I'm trying to decide whether it's Clarky or Connor.
They on the thing. Clarky and Connor on the...
I haven't decided who's eating the shit, but it's one of yours.
Clarky or Connor's going to have to eat my shit.
Now, on top of that, there's layers to it. So each follower has perks. Like, it's all random. All this stuff's randomised.
Yeah, it sounds random.
Yeah, and they've all got their different perks. So you're you want these people to worship you, right? These people are worshipping you. So, for example, you might have a trait that says -15 devotion to me when you fall ill.
Right.
So by falling ill, that means you're probably eating shit. You know what I mean? So if you
can't get over this concept. What is this? You're in your 30s. What is this? You're feeding people shit.
Oh dear.
I can't. I don't understand what's happening.
You got a furry necklace. And you were so excited you shit on the floor.
Shit on the floor. Shit myself.
But you got 10% movement speed.
Right. Made myself lighter so I can run fast.
It's just so you can do more tasks for me.
So is there a premise to this? Do you know?
Right, yeah, well, I'm trying to get there, but you keep interrupting me with your hysterical laughter.
Sorry.
So, yeah, you get perks. So each individual follower's got perks, right? So you might have -15 devotion to me for falling ill. Falling ill means you're either ill or you've eaten you've eaten shit. So and there'll be other ones like -10 devotion. I'm just throwing that out there because that's all I can remember. If a follower dies. So obviously, when I'm looking through the followers I wanted to sacrifice, I'll sacrifice one that I hadn't named, and he had that perk, which was -10 or whatever it was. When a follower dies, I thought if I kill him, he ain't gonna have that -10. So big brain.
Yeah. Clever.
Yeah. Well, there's all these little layers on top of layers on top of layers. You build in different things, and so in that aspect is Animal Crossing. But then you got the other side, so you go out and onto missions in like different zones and collecting resources. Every time you go in, it's a random weapon, it's a random spell. You go through, you fight the boss, you collect resources, you go back, you build. It's a very interesting gameplay loop, and it's a lot of fun. I'm not doing it justice. You don't just feed people shit and give them necklaces and stuff. There's a lot more to it. There's like skill trees. Like once you get enough devotion, you can unlock like different weapons, and different cosmetics. There's tarot cards that change the abilities of things.
So does it play like so someone can visualize it? Is it sort of like the same play style as say Animal Crossing, or like like how Pokemon is when you like that style of how it looks when you're playing it, that like above view type?
Yeah, it's kind of like it's a weird view. It's like it's kind of just above level and out.
Right.
It's a very it's almost as if you're peering into like a little tabletop.
Or kind of like Binding of Isaac.
Yeah, but that's still top down looking down. I'm talking like
proper. Well, yeah, you sent me a picture, didn't you?
Yeah, so it's I don't know how to describe it visually. It's very visually striking. It's a very pretty game. I really like the art style, but I don't know how you describe the perspective.
Yeah.
But yeah, that part's very easy to describe because essentially it's like a demonic Animal Crossing with lots of moving wheels and cogs and things going on, which I haven't fully discovered yet. I haven't even done the tutorial fully. There's loads of things, you're constantly discovering stuff, but that part of it's for anyone that's played Animal Crossing is fairly obvious. But the dungeon crawling part is. Have you played any roguelites before? Roguelite?
No.
So it's essentially you go into a dungeon, you get as far as you can, you kill the boss, you get loot, and then you go back. It's randomly generated what loot's in there, what weapons you start with. Mm-hmm. If you die, the run's over. It's just a very... I really like roguelites. They're very good games. So it's got that dungeon crawling aspect. So, you go in, you get your bits and bobs, you unlock some new things, like some permanent upgrades. You can unlock blueprints for stuff. You unlock things to make future runs stronger. You're also collecting resources. When you die or win, you come back out, do your little farming thing, go back in, and it's just that loop. But obviously, that's doing a disservice because I haven't put enough time into it yet.
Yeah.
But going from other people's reviews, that is the loop. But obviously, there's a lot more to be discovered and stuff yet.
It sounds very exciting. I won't lie.
I think you would love it. I genuinely think that I might pull you off No Man's Sky for 20 minutes.
I want to feed Connor shit. The fact that I can name everyone, I would name one of them Martin.
Might I add, it's only 20 quid.
Yeah.
And it's like 1.3 gig. So it'll download for you in like 33 seconds.
Yeah, I am tempted to do that.
It's a very, very fun game. I can't wait to play it again tonight, hopefully. Yeah. So yeah, that's my preview, if you will, of Cult of the Lamb. Obviously, I know the reviews are out, but we didn't get a review code.
That was the funniest preview that you'll ever hear for that type of game. That was hilarious.
We'll have to let them know that the previews are in, even though the reviews are out.
Oh, that was funny. I enjoyed that. That was a good 20 minutes.
Okay, so with that out of the way, we're going to do something different because I think the news has been a bit slow this week. Myself and Leng Doggy Dog are going to go through our top 3 video games of all time, starting with number 3. And as I've done my Cult of the Lamb preview, I think it's only fair that you go first.
For number 3?
Fucking hell. You should have already had your hat whirling on for this.
Yeah, I know.
And if you're thinking, we need your thoughts as you're thinking, because it can't be dead silence, mate.
Yeah, no, it can't be. See, I was gonna maybe throw something like World of Warcraft on there, but I think that's more of an addiction rather than it just being in the top 3. I think I'm just addicted to that. I suppose because I think a couple of episodes before, I said that The Last of Us was my all-time number one, and I think I could be. I don't know.
Did you jump the gun? Is what you're trying to say?
Maybe.
Well, let's start number 3 and see where you end up.
Number three. I genuinely, I genuinely would put it there. Number 3 would be, I think, No Man's Sky.
Wow.
I do think No Man's Sky.
That's crazy.
It's mental.
That's crazy. What, of all the games you've ever played in your life?
I think so, yeah. And I think it's the...
Is it not recently?
Sound very
recency bias?
No. I think it's the genuine... we said it on the last episode. I haven't got to play it. I don't feel like I'm missing anything. I'm playing it because I want to play it. And it's just fucking fun, man. It's just simple shit, and I think there's so many different things that you can do on this game that I have no idea how to do or just haven't seen yet. And the fact that you get to set yourself your own goals to pretty much do whatever you want, and that sense of almost building a community, like being an overseer and having my own encampment. And sorting, like, resolving issues and building new shit there and getting them out of debt and fucking defending them and making loads of money. And then my freighters and fucking, like, I just recently got the living starship, and then yesterday I got a living frigate for my freighter. That type of shit. It's just good. I like it, and I haven't got bored yet. I can feel myself not slipping away from it, but doing a little bit less because I think I've sunk a lot of time into doing the building blocks of it.
You'll be remiss. I think is the right word to know that there's an update coming very soon.
Yeah.
Because Sean Murray, the creator, whenever there's an update coming, he always posts an emoji.
Mm.
And the last one, the emoji was, I can't remember. But this time it's praying hands. And then everyone's like, what is it? Is it religion coming to the game? And it's always a big update like the freighter one just was. So even if you get, this is what always happens to me. This is why I always go back, because I get the same position as you. I'm like, all right, that was great. I had a great time. Fantastic game. I've had enough for a little while. And then it's a new update. Oh, what's this? Bang, straight back in.
Yep. Yep. I'm so invested in it. And I think it's been so long since I had a game genuinely like that. The last game that where I was this invested was World of Warcraft. And whereas World of Warcraft as an adult was corrupting, because it would take up all of your time and just wasn't fun. I was doing it because I felt like I had to, because it was another job. This, on the other hand, it's just fun. You know what I mean? It's not harming anyone. I'm not hurting anyone by playing it. I don't feel like it's taking me away from it. I've played it a lot, don't get me wrong, but I don't feel like it's so difficult to explain. It deserves the number 3 spot 100%. And it's your fault for fucking introducing me to it.
I love it. I'm glad you're happy with it.
Yeah. That's why it's a game that deserves to be in the top 3. But I don't need to give fucking justification why. It's my top 3. I've given you a little bit. That's it. It's in there. I don't know what 2 and 1 is yet. I haven't thought of that, but you can give us a number 3 now. Take the focus off me for a minute.
I was thinking while you were doing it, and while I was in my head laughing at you, struggling to come to terms or grasp a game out of the thin air. Then come the sudden realisation
you don't
I
fucking
myself
know.
Do not have. Don't get me wrong. I could put millions of games in this list, so this will never be a comprehensive list. This is right now in my mind. What if I just had to pick them off the top of my head?
Yeah, gun to your head. Give us your fucking top 3 games, otherwise I'm going to make you eat this shit.
Yeah, and we're like, no, Cult of the Vader. By the way, that's what I called it.
Cult of the Vader.
Cult of Vader.
You're such a nerd.
Yeah.
I like it. Just very quickly, did you like Connor's lightsaber?
I mean, is that an innuendo or the video he sent?
No, the actual... That sounds like an innuendo in itself as well. Connor bought a lightsaber.
Oh, it was so cool. I to be fair, I showed Jem and she was like, "What?"
Yeah, so was
She
Steph.
was like, "Where did he get that from?"
It's very cool.
Yeah, you right there? I need to know, Connor. Let me know where you got that from, because Christmas is a common.
Yeah, rather than us just asking in the group chat that we're in, you'll have to wait. You have to listen to 26 minutes of this podcast.
He's listening. He loves it. He loves it.
It's a very cool lightsaber. I just wanted to throw that one in there quickly.
I respect that it's red as well.
Yeah, nice.
Okay. So, can we do top 4?
Why are we doing top 4? No, go top 3.
Can't.
You just said we can't sit here in silence.
No, I know. But there's... All right, well... but I can't ever get it in order then, because it's just going to be me just trying not to feel silent, so I'm just saying random words while my brain's trying to
If you
catch up with
say
what I'm
something like
thinking,
FIFA or any Call of Duty, anything like that, it's not valid at all.
There'll be different lists. They're like different games, multiplayer.
They're
games,
bargain
aren't
bucket lists, isn't they?
Whatever.
Yeah, if you had your own bargain bucket, what would you put in it? But I want your number 3.
My number... This is ridiculous. Why have we come up with this? I feel so disrespectful to the games I haven't picked.
I sort of know my number 2 and my number 1.
Yeah, well, so I've got 4. That's my problem.
Well, what do you mean you got 4? Just get rid of one of them.
Yeah,
what would be number 4?
Well, I don't know. It's between 2 of them.
All right. Have the 4 then to save everyone.
All right. So number 4, which I can't choose between them.
We'll bang number 4 and 3 together. They're on the same rankings.
All right. Yeah. So Mass Effect 2. All right.
Never played it.
But you never played Mass Effect?
No.
You've never played Mass Effect?
I nearly bought the trilogy yesterday because it was.
You've never played Mass Effect?
I don't know what it is. I was tempted because I knew this would be the reaction.
My God.
I knew if I'd text you yesterday and said I might buy Mass Effect because I never played it, you'd kick off. I think it's like 20 quid for the trilogy.
I am. To be fair, it's free on Game Pass.
Is it free on Game Pass?
So it might be on Game Pass PC.
Oh, should I have a look while you tell us why that's your number 4?
So
fucking whatever.
Number 1 is a bit. I played it again recently. It's not aged greatly. It's a bit difficult to play. It's good, but
I don't like that.
No, it's the story and the gameplay's fine.
Yeah,
but visually it's not the
a bit
prettiest.
waff.
Yeah, it's not the prettiest. But the way I see it, you can just quickly beeline the main story in Mass Effect 1. It don't take long, and then you can get onto the meat and gravy of Mass Effect 2 and 3. But at the time, Mass Effect 1 was phenomenal. But going back is kind of tarnished my opinion of it a little bit.
Okay.
But Mass Effect 2, I'm not going to go too far into it now because you're going to play it. But Mass Effect 2, yeah, well, this is, I've kind of screwed over the 3rd and 4th thing, so, I don't want to spend too much time on it.
Yeah, I get you.
Mass Effect 2 has just got a phenomenal story, probably the best in the trilogy. The decisions, the outcomes, the branching paths, the characters, just the ship, oh my God, the everything.
There's 5 of them?
No, there's 3, well, 4 of them.
I'm looking at 5 here.
No, there'll be the old trilogy probably, and then the remastered trilogy or whatever it's called, and then Andromeda.
Yeah. Okay.
Mass Effect fans don't talk about Andromeda.
Was that a really bad one?
No, it was just the latest one, and it was EA, and it all went a bit ski-whiff, and I don't know. It's actually not that bad, and I've tried playing it again on the PS5, but it's locked at 30 FPS, and they can't. I can't play it. It's snobby of me, but I can't go back to that no more.
We're not in a day and age where 30 FPS is acceptable.
If they ever upscale that to 60 FPS, I'm bang on it, because I actually think it's really fun.
Okay.
So yeah, that's number 3. Also number 3 is Metal Gear Solid 1, which you've obviously never played either, have you?
No.
Okay.
Not an Xbox guy.
Well, it was on PlayStation. So.
Oh, I'm thinking of Gears of War.
Yeah. Metal Gear Solid 1 reminds me of simple time when I was a young lad, and my life consisted of going to school, coming home, watching Robot Wars and The Simpsons, and asking my mum if I could play the PlayStation. And that was a game I played. There's a funny story behind Metal Gear Solid 1, is because back in the day when I was a young whippersnapper,
years ago,
many, many years ago, my stepdad, basically my dad, R.I.P., he used to work, I don't know where he worked actually, but he used to bring me home like old magazines of like computer games, and they had demo discs on them. So he'd bring me back demo discs.
Does everyone remember demo discs?
Yeah, well, I'd like to think so. Do you?
Yeah. I remember demo discs.
So I put them on, and one of the games on there was Metal Gear Solid 1. And I played that demo an ungodly amount of time, and it only went up to a certain point.
Yep.
And then obviously it stopped. But I played up to that point. Honestly, I don't know how many times. The problem is, when you're a young boy, you don't have no money.
Yeah, that is a problem when you're younger.
And I really wanted to know what happened when you crawled through that air duct. Because that's where the demo ended.
Oh, that's
So I was like, what happens in there? What's the crack? Well,
Yeah. What are you hiding?
Am I ever going to find out? I haven't got the internet to find out when the game's coming out. I don't know how I found out. But anyway, long story short, I had a pal. He knew someone that chipped PlayStations. Now, this was normal back in the day. Having a chipped PlayStation 1, as far as I was aware, was a normal thing. So I begged my mum to get my PlayStation chipped. And she did. And I got to play all these like copied games. I don't know if they were any less quality or visually worse. I don't actually know. I was a kid. You don't really pay much attention to that sort of stuff.
As long as I can play it, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, you just get on with it. Like, you ain't fussy, are you? So, lo and behold, I'm like, please, I want Metal Gear Solid 1. That's the only game I want. Please, please, please. They get me Metal Gear Solid 1, and there it is. It's available. It's everything I've ever wanted. This is going to go on for a bit because this story is quite long.
You crack on, lad.
You get to a certain bit where it's Hideo Kojima. You know who Hideo Kojima is, don't you?
He's the really fucking weird one that does all the weird shit, innit?
No, yeah, he's just not like the pinnacle of game.
I know he's a god.
Mastermind.
Yeah.
Love him. Hero. Love you, Hideo. He likes trying to break the third wall.
Yeah.
In games, you know. So there's a part where you're trying to find somebody, and you've got a little codec thing, and you can enter different frequencies to speak to this person, and you can't really go any further because you have to speak to this person for this door to unlock. And I was like, how the hell am I supposed to find out the code? They call through, and they're like, it's on the back of the case. The game case.
It's on the game case.
It's a copied game.
What a twist. What a horrible thing to do. That's one way to get around piracy. It's on the game case.
It was on the game case. So that was distraught.
That is
distraught. It was
amazing. I wish I could have seen your little face.
No. I don't know. It's all right because after a while,
I
was like, I don't know what to do, so I kept turning it off, trying again, turning it off. After a while, if you leave it on long enough, they will just do it. They'll just like, just in case you don't work it out. Because they don't specifically say it's on the game case. They just say, it's on the case, Snake, or whatever they say. And you're supposed to go, oh. And then in one of the pictures showing the game, it's got him talking to her. It's very smart. So they did that. And, I was like, well, that's very cool. But don't worry about it. I don't think I found that out till a long time after, because obviously after a while, they just open the door for you. Anyway, I got through that part, carried on, cracking on with the game. But then once again, they break the third wall again. You're fighting a guy called Psycho Mantis. Right? He's got a gas mask on. He's a psychic. He's like flying about. When you try to fight him, he literally just dodges every move you do, and you can't do nothing. And at one point in that fight, the screen goes completely black, and at the top it just says Hideo. I don't know that Hideo Kojima makes that game. I'm a child. I don't know what that means.
Right.
It means nothing to me. So I'm just thinking, I don't know what that means. What that actually means is, I don't know how you're supposed to find this out. I really don't. Especially in a day without the internet. What that means is that's your time to unplug your controller from controller port 1 and put it in controller port 2. Because if you do that, Psycho Mantis can't read your mind. But you don't. Yeah. But that's your break in the fight to change things. But
how do you know that as a player?
You don't. You don't. This is what I mean. I think he might drop hints. Where he's like, I can read your mind. I can see everything you're going to do.
I can read your mind through port 1.
And the very clever thing, this is PlayStation 1.
Yeah.
This is probably like 1998, 99,
You don't get this type of shit anymore.
In PlayStation 1 days, if you played FIFA, Pro Evolution Soccer, I don't know what games were out then, like Madden, I don't know. But if you had like FIFA saved on your memory card, at the start of the fight, you'd be like, I see you like football.
It would do that, would it?
It was nuts.
That's mental.
And
I like that.
And like, it depends. There's so many games he'd like comment on.
Yeah.
And he'd also say, I can move I can move your controller with my mind. He's like, put your control on the floor. You put your control on the floor.
Yeah.
And he makes it vibrate across the floor.
That's cool. I like that.
Honestly, he's a genius, bro.
I like that.
So I don't know how I found out to put my controller in controller port 2, but I did. It must have been at school. I honestly can't remember. But anyway, I got past that hurdle.
Mm-hmm.
And the final hurdle that finally destroyed it for me
Mm-hmm.
was I think you kill Sniper Wolf, and then you go through a door, and it goes, please enter disc 2. I didn't have disc 2.
I forget that some games did have more than one
Metal Gear
disc.
Solid had 3 discs, I think.
But I thought
That might be
if it
two.
was pirated, I thought it would all be there.
No,
Nah, you didn't have the part.
bro. The people that are pirating these games probably don't know. He's just gone, oh, my boy wants Metal Gear Solid 1. He's gone, here, oh, he's Metal
Yeah,
Gear
there
Solid
you
1.
go.
They don't know his multiple discs or whatever,
Yeah.
innit?
So did you ever complete it?
Yeah, I did.
You got
I
there
ended
in
up
the
getting a full game. I did it, but it was not.
Yeah.
It weren't like it was just. It was all I could do. It was the end of that for me. So I had to just keep replaying it. But yeah, what a little heartbreak. But yeah, that just reminds me of good times. This joyous occasion in my life.
But that's so clever.
Genius.
Why don't they do that type of shit anymore?
He does. That's why he's so highly renowned.
Oh, he still does that.
He's a
Is this,
genius.
Death Stranding.
Yeah, that's him.
Weirdest fucking game ever. I haven't played it, but I just know that it's meant to be really fucking weird. No one really knows what's going on.
Yeah, it's very weird. Not for everyone, but
Yeah.
once again, he's trying different things. And
Yeah,
he's
yeah.
always done that. The
Yeah.
stealth genre exists because of Hideo Kojima.
Mm.
Pretty much. So
That's very exciting. I'm a massive fan of shit like that.
yeah, no,
Massive
He
fan of
is
it.
honestly
So
a
clever.
genius, pioneer of the industry.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's my number 4 and 3, I guess. But yeah, there you go. We'll go Metal Gear Solid 1, but yeah, shout out Mass Effect, special honourable mention.
I wonder how that works now if you played it on a PC or something, like swapping the controllers over and all that shit. I'd imagine they've just got rid of it.
No, I imagine no, it's still there. I imagine it'd just be a case of clicking something where you're like,
Yeah,
I
but
dunno.
now press this button.
Yeah.
Not fucking now delete the game and reinstall it on a different. Blah, blah, blah.
It's genius. You watch it on YouTube, bro. I'll send you some links later.
That's very clever. I like that. Especially the reading your fucking memory stick. And go, I see you watch Pornhub a lot.
It ain't like that, bro. Come on now. There's a PlayStation 1 memory card,
funny.
but it'd be like, yeah. At the time, as a young lad, I'm spooky. I'm spooked. I'm like,
How does it
I
know
do,
that?
I do
yeah.
like football.
Yeah, I go, what
He
the
also
fuck?
comments on like your game performance in Metal Gear Solid. He's like, I
Yeah.
see you save a lot.
Yeah.
He's like, I see you died 36 times. You know, he's
Yeah.
very smart.
very
Old Psycho
cool.
Mantis. Very, very cool, man. Honestly.
Mm.
Yeah, I'll send you some YouTube links for that later.
Yeah, that's
Stop stalling. What's your number 2?
I'm trying to think like outside the box, away from when we did our list the other time, because I feel like it's a pointless venture if I just list off Ratchet and Clank and The Last of Us. So I'm trying to think of something else that would really fall into that.
Your games are your games, mate. You just
Assassin's
explain
Creed 2 is number 2. It's the mic. I love it. I
don't
love
know what
it.
to say about that. No, you
I
do
love
you,
it.
bro.
Massive inspiration for the tattoos on my body is Assassin's Creed. I very much like when I was a kid playing that. I never played Assassin's Creed like the first one. I joined on Assassin's Creed 2, so I never did the Altair storyline type stuff. So Ezio was my first interaction with Assassin's Creed. I was fucking obsessed with it when it first came out. I loved it. I thought that it was just everything the perfect assassin type stuff. It made you feel cool playing it. I was very involved with it, running around Rome and fucking stabbing people in the neck with your hidden blade, all that type of shit. And the music and just the way that it played, I don't know how to put it into words with how much. If you know me, then you'll know that I was very obsessed with Assassin's Creed. Like I say, I've got Ezio tattooed on me. I've got Jacob Frye tattooed on me. I've got the black flag fucking symbol. There's Assassin's Creed on me. Still didn't get me into the movie for free, though. You know what I mean? These hundreds of pounds of artwork that's on my arms, people see these on a daily, didn't get me in that shitty movie for free. I still had to pay full price for that. Waste of time. Pathetic. Movie was shit. Don't ever watch that. Terrible. The entire Assassin's Creed genre, I think, is incredible. apart from the last couple of ones, Valhalla and fucking Origins, and I think they're onto something different now. But the ones before that, I think the story behind them with the Animus, and you're going back in time to different worlds, and the historical events with like Leonardo da Vinci and all the stuff like that. You learn shit from it. I know it's not 100% accurate. It didn't really fucking make a kite and then send an assassin flying around Rome. You know what I mean? Like collecting feathers and shit. That didn't happen. But they still took inspiration from that. And I think at its peak, it was very... Everyone was playing Assassin's Creed. You know what I mean? Did you ever play it? Was it your cup of tea? Really?
I was super excited for the first one. I remember watching it was still early on in the YouTube life cycle. The trailer for Assassin's Creed 1, I watched it just continuously. I was probably about 18. I was just obsessed with it. And then when it came out, I thought, I like it. It was good. I believe I played the second one, but to me, they were just throwaway stories. I wasn't really interested. I didn't really appreciate them. But it all depends on the settings for me. And I sit on the other side of the fence. I know Valhalla's not very popular, but me being a huge Viking fan, that really sold it to me. And Odyssey as well. I've always been... Well, I used to know a lot about Greek mythology, not so much no more. It's kind of dissipated from my brain because I haven't used that knowledge, but I'm a huge fan of Greek mythology. But the common argument for them is they shouldn't be Assassin's Creed games.
No, it should be branded as something else.
And I agree. So essentially...
They're good games, but they're not Assassin's Creed.
Yeah, they should be other games. So do I like Assassin's Creed? Yes, but not... I wouldn't get really excited about a new one. But I like the new ones, but they shouldn't be Assassin's Creed because I don't like the Animus. I don't like all that stuff. I just like the historic and the mythical beasts. I like the Witcher side of it. You know, I like that. That's cool, but you can't have that in a historically accurate world. I think they're trying to merge too many things together.
I just think that the like you just say, if you're not invested in the story, then you're not invested. I cared for the characters in it. And I say Assassin's Creed 2 because obviously I have to pick one, but I like them all. They're all very good, especially Revelations. When Ezio becomes a little old man, he dies in that chair and he's all crusty. It's just very like you. I watched the trailers non-fucking stop. I've never found it, but it was like a mashup of the Assassin's Creed 2 trailer and the Assassin's Creed Unity trailer. Someone had sort of mashed them together and put Imagine Dragons Radioactive as the song in the background. And I remember first seeing it, I was like, this is the shit. Like this is mental. And just watching the scenes of Assassin's Creed made me so hyped to play it. So it sits very firmly on my fucking hell, something in my throat. It sits very firmly on that top 2 place, and it is also taken inspiration from my number 1 spot.
Congratulations.
Which we'll get to after you've taken your number 2 spot.
Okay, well, I'd say it's a good choice for number 2, but I don't particularly care for it, but I'm glad you do.
Fucking hell.
Number 2. Probably not particularly surprising to many. God of War.
Yeah, I'm not going to argue, am I?
But I have different reasons to many, I suppose.
Yeah.
My reasons for God of War being so high is because it reminds me very much of the man that I considered to be my father growing up, young. He's not with us anymore, R.I.P. But he was a strong man. He never showed emotions. He never,
Boy.
He would never say, I love you. He would never show like he cared. But But I didn't. Really? Yeah. I didn't. And as silly as it sounds, and I know it is silly, playing that game made me see the similarities between the two. Because of course he cares. Of course Kratos cares for Atreus.
Yeah.
But, it was... He was just very similar.
Yeah, the main goal is to not show that.
No, he was a very strong man, and he I don't know what was going on in his head, but he never showed that he cared for me. But looking back, I know he really did.
Mm.
And I wasn't, yeah, I say I wasn't even his son, so it's mental how much he did care for me. But I won't go too far into that. But yeah, the similarities, I suppose, is what done it for me. I was on emotional strings through the whole thing for that, because I've never had a game resonate with me like that before.
Mm.
And I spoke to Corey. I managed to get a message to him, and yeah, he sent me a really long message back saying how much he appreciated it and understood, and how nice it is that they can touch people's lives in a positive way, and this is what games are for, and that is true. So yeah, I'm always thankful for that game. The taking of the ashes to the top of the mountain, I kind of did the same in terms of he used to jump off a pier at the end of a pier and swim back to the shore when he was younger, and he always used to go there. And I went to the end of that pier with his sisters, and they let me throw his ashes off, even though they are blood relation. I am no relation, but that just shows how much he cared for me as a stepson, so to speak. So I kind of had that small journey. Obviously, I wasn't batting Valkyries and going through the 9 realms, chased by gods, but I drove to the seaside and threw him off the pier. So take the parallels there from as you will. But that's the main reason. Obviously, the game's fantastic in itself, and once again, it's dripping in Norse mythology, and I love Vikings. I love Vikings, and that's the same stuff. And obviously we can't wait for Ragnarok, but that's my reason for. It's short and sweet, but that's my reason for God of War, and that's why it will always stay with me.
This man loves God of War so much that if he takes his hat off, he looks like Kratos. minus obviously the massive muscles and Kratos' tattoos.
I'm getting there.
You're getting there, but he's shaved his head and has a big bushy beard. It's very, very similar. It's very cool.
I think Kratos looks like me, actually.
Right.
I think he based his whole look on
Ash. Yeah. I'm definitely not Atreus. I'm Atreus if he had a couple of Mackies before he fucking went to the 7th realm. No, that's cool. If it hadn't have been Assassin's Creed, then God of War would have sat firmly in there. Really, out of all the games we played, just picking 3 is fucking. You know what I mean?
It just depends what day you catch them on. All I know is that game will always be up there somewhere.
Yeah, massively.
And I know it's an easy pick, but my reasons are different, and it would have been against what I should have done if I didn't pick it. So I had to put it in there.
Yeah, that's cool. So, my number 1.
Oh yeah, number 1.
Prince of Persia: Sands of Time.
You're joking.
Prince of Persia: Sands of Time.
Have you been serious?
Now, it's been a very long time since I played Prince of Persia, so I can't remember. I can remember the ones after it. I can't remember the names of them, so I won't pretend that they're the number ones because I can't actually remember them. But Prince of Persia: Sands of Time is the game that spawned the gaming for me. It was one of the very first games I played, Sands of Time. That and Ratchet and Clank. They both hold a very, very fucking... My childhood was built around both of them. And I played Prince of Persia a lot with my mum, of all people. Went on Sands of Time. I don't know if you've ever played it. There's a point where you have to walk through... You're in a room and there's like 100 different doorways, like a Colosseum. And you have to run through them in a certain pattern. And my little brain couldn't fucking figure it out. And I had my mum with me and she was like, give me the controller, dickhead. I'll do it. And I fell asleep and then I woke up and she's sitting there with fucking Legos. She'd mapped out the Colosseum with Legos.
Really?
And fucking, to figure out how to do it.
Respect
and,
that.
And yeah, she did it and then basically just give me back... Well, I say she gave me back the controller. I had to beg her because she really got into it as well. But I just loved Prince of Persia, man. It was such a fun game. And obviously Assassin's Creed takes a lot of inspiration from that. And I think that's why they never did sort of like a remake, remaster, whatever, or just carried on with the Prince of Persia genre, because they had Assassin's Creed. That was their spawn from that. And I think it's just it's not a great game. If I went back to it now, I'd probably go, yeah, this game's actually shit. But at the time when I first started playing it, it was everything to me because it got me into gaming 100%. And I just wish that I could go back and play it. But that sits firmly around the number one spot areas amongst all the other number ones that I have. That's my number one.
Good for you.
Blah de blah de blah. Now let's listen to your shitty number one then.
Witcher 3 Wild Hunt.
Oh.
Another game.
Has Dean finished it?
Hold on a second. Yes, he has. You haven't played any of my... You haven't. I've named 4 games and you haven't played any of them.
None of them. God of War.
That is
Played
nuts.
God of War.
I suppose. Witcher 3. Don't know why. It's alright.
Just is.
Yeah. No, I played Witcher 2. I've always been a huge, predominantly fantasy gamer. I like the medieval things. I like swords more than guns, etc., etc. So I've always gone with them, Skyrims and all that sort of stuff. So yeah, The Witcher 2 came out. I believe it came out on the Xbox 360, maybe something like that. And I liked it. I played it. I was like, it's all right. It's not too bad. It wasn't great. It is now, looking back. But at the time, I was obviously naive and ignorant to what a great game it was. I was like, yeah, it's all right. And then when I saw the reveal for Witcher 3, it blew my mind. I was all the way in before I even knew anything about it. I started reading the books. I was in. And another tiny funny story about that is leading up to the Witcher 3 release date. I went for a job interview.
Oh.
Now, in this job interview, they essentially told me that, yeah, you've got the job. You got the job.
Love that.
And they did the classic. Got any holidays booked?
Oh, here we go.
And I said,
We like that.
funnily enough,
Yeah. Definitely because of that, innit?
neither here nor there. Funny thing is about it, I played it for a bit and I was like, yeah, it's all right. It's all right.
You was a bit meh.
Yeah, I was a bit meh.
Maybe because it...
I didn't play it for a while. I went back to it, and for some reason, unbeknownst to man, it grabbed me by the bollocks, and it says, "You're not going anywhere,
Yeah,
boy.
you stay here, son.
Yeah, this is where you live now."
Mm.
Yeah, and I stayed there happily for a long time, and I got Clarky involved. I was like, "Come over here and look at this." I got to Skellig. I was
Stop eating that shit and come over
I
here.
went full Todd Howard. I said, "See that mountain? You can get up there." So I took him to the mountain. I jumped off. You can jump off here. Look, harpies in the water. Boat. Go over there. Showed him. He went home. He bought it. Obsessed.
I was about to say, it's not multiplayer, is it?
No, you don't need to be multiplayer
he was
to
round
experience something
your
like
gaff.
that. The story in that, the characters in that,
Yeah.
just they're 10 out of 10. And obviously now they're in book format anyway. But obviously they're the originals, and the game has been adapted and twisted and put its own spin on it. But still the same characters you know and love. And now with the Witcher series, it's proper hitting the mainstream.
Love it.
And yeah, it's just always it's something about it. You know when a game just grabs you and you're in a, not just the game being good, you at that present moment in time are just in a positive state of mind. It's a good time to be alive. You're happy in yourself. So, like I say, there's some games that I might associate or I like, not because I like the games, but because I associate playing them games in a very good moment in my life where I felt really happy and positive, and I'm not bogged down with mundane things and the stresses of adult life, I guess. So yeah, at the time, Witcher 3 was just the pinnacle for me, and obviously it's highly regarded by most to be the same, but it will never not be. I can't see how it ever gets beaten because I've got such a fond feeling for that game and memory of it, and obviously they're remaking it for PS5 or remastering it, I suppose. No one really knows exactly what they're doing, so that'll be interesting to see, and obviously I'll have to do a full playthrough because that's just who I am. But wow, what a game, and it's inspired me to have a tattoo, much like your Assassin's Creed one, except mine's right on me throat.
Yep.
So,
makes them look dangerous and scary and unapproachable.
Which I'm not. I'm cuddly.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not cuddly. Don't cuddle me. Just say, all right, son. But yeah, that's And that's that, really. That's our top 3 games. So, I'm sure that list will change and we'll do it again sometime.
Yeah, we've really scraped the barrel for this one.
No, I think if people.
No,
are
we've made
interested-
some good fucking points.
Yeah.
There's a good top 3
Yeah.
and 4 list.
Don't put us down, Reese.
Yeah. Apologies.
So that's that section done. Moving on to the final section that we always do. What have you been playing?
No Man's Sky. Well,
Good for
someone I work with, Jay, he did say, he was like, is this fucking episode going to be a No Man's Sky again? And I said, I can't help it. He's downloaded it and started playing it.
Yeah.
I spoke about it that much.
Does he hate it?
He was like, I'll give this a go. He said he got stuck on the base building.
Have you not helped him?
He only just started playing it. He's on Xbox as well. I know I can still play with him.
Start base, but what?
You know where he's obviously still on the bits where it makes you build the fucking save beacons and the base fucking construction.
Right.
You know the shit that you
He's
don't
got
actually
off the
have
first planet,
to do.
then.
No, I don't think so.
Oh, sorry, mate.
Probably not. I did say I'll add you and I'll come and I'll help you, because I said when I first started playing it, I said you pretty much rocked up and said, what do you need? That. All right, take that, build that. Fucking don't listen to that. Off we go.
I didn't want to take over and not let you be tutorialised, but I think if you just start and you're stuck on a planet and you're like, you need this to this and this, and you get bogged down. And
I did say to him, yeah.
It can become overwhelmed. You think, this is shit.
Yeah.
So I know what things are important to learn and what things are just mundane, collect items and put in thing. It's, we're not silly. We can work it out.
I said to him, get through it. I said the first couple of hours, the building blocks of it are somewhat boring, but I said it really does fucking open up. I'd go as far as to say I've played it so much that I've now superseded you.
Not even close. You miles ahead.
Definitely
of me,
have.
Not you're miles ahead of me. I'm not even close to your level. It's cute how quickly I passed the mantle to you, and now you are now you're the boss now.
I've gone a bit mental with it.
So if I come on at some point, you're gonna be like, "What do you need, boy?"
Yeah, literally. So in the last episode, I said that I had doubled my playtime since the episode before that. I've now doubled that playtime. It's gone crazy. I have put.
What are we talking?
I think I'd have to double check it. I think it's on like the 55-hour mark, something like that. So
Mine's on 40.
And I have over 200 million in the bank, and my freighter has so much money in it, like in just resources. I've just started stockpiling the shit that's like super rare to get, and like storm crystals. I've got fucking loads of them. They mean nothing to me. You know what I mean? I've got all this shit that is just worth a fortune. I go, any normal person would look at that and go, I need to sell that to get the dough out of it. But me, I just go, I'll just fucking chuck it in the bank. It means
Keep
nothing
it for
to
the
me.
rainy day.
I got 22 frigates. So when none of them are on a mission and I spawn in my freighter, it's an army. It's a genuine army. It looks ridiculous.
I see that picture.
It looks crazy. It's bigger. It's bigger since then now. That was when it was 19 or something like that. So there's even more. I don't think there is a limit on how many you can have. So I'm just going to keep buying them.
Take up a whole galaxy.
Obviously it gives you a list when you go to send your frigates on a mission, and they're all rated. So it goes S class, A class, whatever. And when I first started, I had one S class. I was like, yeah, that's quite cool. And most of them were C's and B's. I don't even bother. Unless it's an A, I'm not fucking touching it. Doesn't matter to me. But when I go on the list now, the first 2 pages are S.
Nice.
Just S.
I don't know how you find this stuff so often. I still haven't found an S-rated ship. I've seen an S-ranked ship in my entire time of playing No Man's Sky, and I haven't just played it for 40 hours. Yeah. That's just the PS5 version.
I've got 2 sitting there that I don't use, and one of them got scrapped.
That's just honestly, and Connor's found S-rated ships.
One of my pilots is an S-rated because I just found it. I thought, that's it. I've
got an S-rated pilot. That's all I got.
I've got 3 of them now. Working towards getting the 4th one.
Of course you have.
You know what I mean?
So you've unlocked. You've got all them nanites as well. So you've unlocked all the squadron holes.
That's what I'm saying. I need to unlock the 4th one.
Okay.
But I'm gonna get there. Don't worry. And next on my list is to find an A-rated freighter because I won't be able to afford.
You still ain't got a S-rated freighter though, ain't you?
I found a lot of A's, but they're just I can't be arsed with swapping over because they're just not as good as what I've got at the moment. For some reason, my B class is better than everywhere else. So until I see something better, I'm not going to bother. But yeah, my goal before that was to get a living starship. Fucking hell, that's difficult to get hold of.
Yeah, you said
Jesus,
it was tricky. So
that's not a fun one. Well, it is fun. It is a fun one. It's just long-winded, but it's fucking worth it. So yeah, that's what I've been playing, and I will continue to keep playing that. I'm going to play that after this podcast.
are you going to play Wrath of the Lamb? Cult of the Lamb. Wrath of the Lamb's Binding of Isaac, funny enough.
Cult of the Lamb. I will get it, yeah.
Good lad.
I
I'll
will
be
get it.
interested to hear your thoughts.
It's either I already have.
It's either that or Mass Effect. We have to move you on. I mean, maybe wean you off of No Man's Sky onto another space journey.
I need to jump on the laptop more. I've got Hellblade downloaded, which was actually I spoke to Steph about that, and she said it's been in her wish list for years. So she was very excited that I have that. So I need to play that at some point. I'll get Mass Effect on the laptops, and then yeah, I very nearly bought.
Well, yeah, Mass Effect's free, so you can get Cult of the Lamb and Mass Effect. So there you go. Well,
all these games.
I have been playing.
Oh yeah, what have you been playing?
I've been playing Call of Duty Warzone.
Bollocks, innit? It's bollocks. Right, I see it. I saw you with Royce once when I logged in, and I see you was playing with you. Both on my friends list. They're both playing COD. I thought, here we go. I've lost him again.
He's
Lost him to fucking shitty little first-person shooter. It's gone. Because I know what COD's like. You jump on it and you go, yeah, I like this. This is fun.
That's exactly what happened.
This is fun and this is easy. This feels nice.
Yeah.
Give it a week and you'll go.
I've already felt the burn of getting jump shotted, spin shotted,
Honestly, the sweats on these fucking games. Get a life. Yeah, go and do something with the...
The levels of players on there are far beyond what I was fairly decent at the game. I wouldn't say good. I'd say I was decent, but the levels that the people there on now, you see them like fake videos of people, and it's like people that play Call of Duty and they got sweatbands on.
Yeah.
That's how I imagine. Like. It's nuts.
Yeah. That's what it is.
Sometimes when I get killed and I'm, you do the classic. You must be cheating.
Yeah.
So you watch them for a bit,
they're cheating.
They got like 4,000 kills, in one game, which doesn't make sense
because they're cheating.
And I'm just then most of them aren't, to be fair. And I'm watching him. I'm just like, I'm watching his movement, and my brain can't keep up with what my eyes are seeing. So I can't understand how this person is. They're thinking it.
Yeah.
They're seeing it,
and
they're pressing the buttons to do it. And my brain can't just watch it and keep up. It's mental. So yeah, fair play. But no, it's just it's a good game. Just sit back, chill. Well, I don't know about chill. Sit back and just kick it with the boys. But obviously, I'm trying to keep and maintain a non-toxic, I guess, attitude to it. So if I die, it's like never mind. But sometimes I'm like and I'm biting pillows and stuff. I don't want to get it to that. Like FIFA does that to me. So yeah, I just want to take it nice and chill. It is what it is. It was a good fun game, and yeah, I'm enjoying that now. So yeah, looking forward to Modern Warfare 2.
Fuck it.
Pre-ordered the Vault Edition.
It's gonna be shit.
£100.
It's going to
I
be.
think I said that on episode 1.
It's going to be shit. It's going to be fun for about 5 minutes.
Well,
in a Call of Duty, I think it's risky. Something like God of War, 100%, not going to fail. But Call of Duty.
I mean, you said Prince of Persia: Sands of Time was your number 1 game of all time. So.
No, I said it was a number 1 for this list. Doesn't mean it was number 1 of all time. You and I both know that we can't pick.
You do you. If it is, more power to you. But yeah, that's what I've been playing. Who knows what I'll be playing next week, this week, whatever. But I will be playing Cult of the Lamb, and I will have some final opinions next week. And who knows, maybe we'll start leaving a number rating, whether we go 1 to 5, 1 to 10, or maybe we'll switch it up and do completely the opposite to what other people do and do it in No Man's Sky rating of an S, A, B, C tier.
We're getting to a point now where we're going to start sort of finding our niche, I think. We'll start getting there. We'll start doing our thing, put our little stamp on the podcasting world, and they'll go, oh yeah, I know what's the buttons. Those silly twats do that. I don't like that, so I don't listen to them.
Yeah, fucking idiots.
Stay away from them.
And they're right. We are idiots.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
twats.
Yeah, don't get confused thinking that we're intellectual. I know that I haven't said anything that would ever make anyone think that I'm an intellectual, but we aren't. You know what I mean? We're not. We're just normal people that aren't interesting.
Even normal's a bit of a push. You're a bit odd, and I'm slightly odd.
I'm a very weird one.
You are.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
that. We've done episode 8.
Yeah, that's the end of What's the Buttons episode 8. Once again, thanks for watching and listening or whatever it is that you do.
Yeah.
Obviously, you're not watching because you don't give us no money to get GoPros.
It's ridiculous. We went through the little list of the 40-odd people that download this every week, and we do genuinely mean thank you, because we can't actually pinpoint who those 40-odd people are. We could only account for about a quarter of them.
Well, it's more than that. We won't give out the exact numbers, but
It's decent for
yeah,
us.
We're very happy with it.
Yeah.
While I got you, the socials, What's the Buttons podcast on Instagram, and the Twitter is at What's the Button. Once again, like I say, it's on the link tree. That'll be just pasted everywhere. So then you can just click on that, and then all the socials are on there.
The link tree also has the Twitch on it as well,
which we will be using at some point when we get the chance to utilise it.
Yeah.
You'll be the first to know.
Mm.
So thanks very much, and we'll catch you next week. Hooroo!
Hooroo!